Like many of our adventures, the idea for this one started around a campfire just like this. Arch, Matt, and I agreed that it would be awesome to do a Simpson Desert trip on the motorbikes together.
Messy, but you did it, mate.
Jill and Kim piped up and said, well, we want to come too.
I don't know what I was nervous about. This is absolutely so much fun.
Okay, up we go.
I'm gonna stop briefly to check out my front tires.
Geez, that was a bouncy one.
Which was great for us bikers because, one, we could share the experience with our wives, and two, we'd have a support crew, which meant we didn't have to carry all the gear on our bikes. We could ride for the sheer pleasure of it and not ride to survive loaded up with crap. We put the invite out, and a few of the boot scooters you met in our Cape York series joined the chorus. Jacob put his hand up.
Alrighty, first full day here in the Simpson Desert.
You may remember his tidy 80 from our Cape York trip last year. Accompanying Jacob was Cody, who was relegated to the passenger seat because his brand new Troopy, with 500 kilometers on the clock, was bogged in Archie's backyard.
So, Cody, there are moments in one's life that define an individual. This is one of those defining moments.
That's not really why he did not bring it, but we do love a piss take on Jafffa Adventures, and no one is safe, myself included. The actual reason he did not bring it was because he ordered it a year ago and was not sure if it would arrive on time for the trip. He got it the week prior to our departure, so wisely opted for the passenger seat with Jacob. Hakeem and Tennille rounded out the crew in their shorty Maverick/Patrol. This vehicle would prove very challenging for the entire Jaffa crew late in our adventure. Ooh, ominous foreshadowing. The date was set for June 2022. A planning session at our private camping area saw us finalize the route.
All right, there's our calculator. I reckon we just do the big add up.
Yep, I agree, mate. So we do it from Big Red all the way to Dalhousie. The plan was to trailer the bikes to Birdsville and complete a double crossing with both the bikes and support vehicles. We would unload the bikes at Birdsville and our convoy would head west into the desert, traversing the QAA to the French, a total of 420 kilometers, all the way to Dalhousie Springs. After a few days R&R, we would head back east, taking in part of the Rig Road and QAA lines, before heading north up the Knolls track to the QAA and back to Birdsville. During this planning session, we calculated the fuel we'd need to get the bikes and cars from Birdsville across to Dalhousie Springs and back.
Yeah. So for me, car-wise, I don't need diesel to go over and back. I've got that covered. So now, we know numbers now, we need to work out bikes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
As the clock ticked weeks from our departure date, preparations began in earnest. So Arch is hooking up one of these Freecom 4 intercom units to his helmet. Matt and I have got ours installed in our helmet, and then the next step is going to be trying to hook all three of them up together so we can talk. If you follow Jafffa Adventures, you've seen some of this prep work already.
I don't know how we're going to fit that tank with a pound on there.
No, I don't either. We fitted a long-range tank to Jacob's 80 series. We constructed a quad jerry can holder on Matt's GU Patrol to carry the fuel for the bikes. And each of us prepped our bikes to ready them for the double crossing. Time to fit the tires up on the bike, and when that is finished, the bike is completed and ready to take on the Simpson Desert. Not long now, and I cannot wait. As the clock ticked days from our departure date, the final prep work was ticked off the list. We cryovac our food. We loaded the bikes onto the trailers. As the perfect dad saying goes, that ain't going anywhere. And finally hit the road mid-June 2022 at 4 a.m.
And we're on the road. Adventure begins.
Yeah, on our way to meet troops at the BP at Soil.
However, during all of this work, something occurred that no one could have predicted. Flooding rain that fell in North Queensland months before our departure slowly made its way down to Birdsville. A week before our scheduled departure, Birdsville was completely cut off from the outside world. The Diamantina River was in full flood. Day one was relatively uneventful as we were on the bitumen the entire day between Brisbane and Charleville. All the cars performed well and spirits were high. Heading out that morning, we knew Birdsville was cut off from all directions except the north. We had to make a decision in Charleville. Do we head east through Windora and take the risk that the Diamantina may not have dropped enough? Or do we head north through Longreach and do a giant 602-kilometer loop, accessing Birdsville through Boulia, the only road open? We would check the bomb data in the morning before leaving Charleville and make the call.
Oh, I didn't know you were filming. Hi.
What are you doing, huh?
I'm just getting the kettle filled up for the morning tomorrow when it's minus 95 degrees out.
You big wuss, you're from Canada.
I've spent more of my life here now than I have in Canada.
Fair enough.
Truly. Means I'm getting old. Really.
What you drinking?
Vodka Cruiser, sour grape.
Nice.
I had them at home already, so I'm drinking them up and getting rid of the bottles
So
before we go to the desert.
So we don't take bottles of desert.
Yep.
I'm just going to have a great northern. Archman on the phone. Cody and Jacob, I don't know what they're doing. Besides sharing a bed.
They're all singles.
Yeah, just making that clear, right?
Making that clear for the YouTubers out there.
And we are at the Cobb & Co. Caravan Park. The last time we were here was about 2 or 3 years ago, and it has not changed at all. We've grabbed ourselves some cabins. Arch is towing the bikes. Got ourselves a blanket shield on the front of it, just to stop any gibbers. It's going well. It's going well.
Mate, hang on. What's that? Is that a sweet sound?
Oh, is that a sweet sound?
Mate.
Okay, I gotta try and do this one-handed.
It's a boy.
Nice.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, matey. So, mate, how come that CC's all taped up like that? Is there a story behind that?
There is a story behind that. And
Tell ya.
no, I'll give you my version because it's the truth. We were putting the last couple of things in the truck last night, and Kim shouted me a box of CCs for the trip. So we're packing away, and we've got this carton here just with a few loose beers in it. We knew that we eat them up over the travel days. And I said, oh, I'll just put it up there, it'll be right. And Kim said to me, it'll fall off there. And me knowing everything said, no, it won't. And I'm doing things here with the hockey straps. Next minute, it tumbled out.
Oh no.
Bounced off the back of the rear bar, ended up on the ground at home. 3 cans.
Exploded.
As we know, they're pretty cheap. Not.
What are they, about 80 or 90 bucks a car?
Oh, I don't even want to know. I was really dirty at myself. Kim was smart enough not to say a word. She walked away.
She just walked away, yep.
So I quickly ran to the back fridge, grabbed my beer jug, and poured the cans into the beer jug and drank it. I wasn't going to waste them.
Love your work, mate.
So
Love
that's
your
why
work.
the box is -3. So we looked down, and the headlights to the troopy were facing up the hill. We went down and had a look. The troopy's down in Archie's yard.
In his backyard.
In his backyard. Twin lock troopy did not move. We had to hook Akeem's Maverick onto it and winch it out.
Hakeem was very eager. I was
Hey?
going to do it. Hakeem was very eager.
I think it's a combination of inexperience and poor vehicle. I saw the Maverick. He didn't even have to put the little stick in, mate. He just idled up, hooked the winch on and skull dragged him out. I got no more case to put forward.
It's just a good thing he's not steering out there.
We had to leave the troopy at
I don't
home.
want my car bombed.
So what we're doing here is we brought spare keys for each of our vehicles, and we actually swap our keys out. So Maddie's going to give me the keys to his car and the spare key to his bike, and Kimmy has the spare key to our car and the spare key to our bike. And that's just in case one of our old-timer brains, we lose it, drop them in the sand, can't find them. Could easily happen. It's a good insurance, isn't it? After checking the Bureau of Meteorology data for the Diamantina River height at Birdsville, we confirmed that it was still over the causeway and was likely to remain that way for several more days. That meant we had a massive day in front of us with an additional 602 kilometers to get to Birdsville over and above the more direct route due west through Windora.
That is an awesome looking sign.
It's coming in the black hole. We've got this sign here. It's all made up of little pictures.
That is impressive.
Pretty cool.
We did not have a destination goal for the day, just get as many kilometers under our belt as we could. I was certainly apprehensive about driving those massive kilometers. A big day for me is 700k. I did have Jill as my wing woman, which was a big help. The drive went smoothly enough, and we traveled 1,112 kilometers to 4 Mile Waterhole on the Georgina River, about an hour's drive south of Boulia. We left Charleville at dark and arrived at camp as the sun set. Everyone glad to see those big kilometers behind us. Just one sleep and we would be in the Simpson Desert. Bring it on. We're on the road just east of a small town, not a town, of a pub called Middleton. And this is the catchment for the Diamantina. And we've had to run 602 kilometer diversion to get around the Diamantina to allow us to get into Birdsville. You can see how all the roads here have been flooded from all of the rain that they had here. And this is going back now a couple of months. But that water, which rained here a couple of months, has finally made it all the way south to Birdsville. And it's cut Birdsville off on the Birdsville-Windora Road. It's about 1.5 meters over the causeway at the moment. So you've got to do this 600k diversion north to get around and to get into Birdsville. They have never been sat in these chairs.
No.
Brand spanners.
Brand spanners.
Have they even been out of the bag?
Yeah, I took them out of the bag to make sure that they weren't broken or anything.
Okay. I'm tucking around behind the truck. That's breezy.
Yep, over the top.
What are you two boys doing?
Trying to figure out how to build this sucker.
Right.
Accommodation.
We borrowed it from Miles.
Aha, right. I don't know, but it looks like you're on the money there, boys. Yeah, I think he's got it. Well, how would you describe today, Jacob?
I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, compared to yesterday, even though today was a lot longer,
Yeah.
I think I was just tired from like the working week yesterday, and today I don't feel too bad.
Feel good? Yeah. Look at that beautiful glow of your truck in the sunset.
It is
eh?
glowing, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Arch, you were on the radio a fair bit, mate. Just trying to keep your eyes open.
A little bit knackered there for a while, but listen to the footy in the end.
Maddie, how many K did we get under our belt today?
Fraction over 1,100 Ks.
I came in to Neil. What do you guys got for accommodation?
No, just the swag. Old Faithful.
Nice. Tucked out of the wind.
Yeah.
100%.
Strategically positioned Archie car. Well, first beer of the trip, Terry. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
How good.
Nice.
Yeah, 94.1 kilometers an hour average speed.
Average speed. Yeah. Mate, I don't know where else on the planet you could do something like that.
Just under 12 hours.
Yeah.
Just under 12 hours. 11 hours or something, yeah.
Far out. That was the longest day that we've driven.
Yeah.
And
consecutive.
Consecutive
Yeah,
in
in
years.
years.
We just don't do that sort of shit. But we were forced to this time because the river is flooded and
We had to do what we had
got
to
to
do.
do. Exactly. Got to
We
get out.
overcome, we adapted.
We've got to get out there. Exactly. Anyway, time for a beer, and Arch is
beers.
collecting some firewood, so maybe we'll give the old man
Bushman.
a hand.
Yeah, the Bushman
The Wakuka Bushman.
Tropic of Capricorn we just passed. That was the...
Correct.
Okay, on the map. There was a monument there.
The following day, we only had a couple of 100 kilometers to get to Birdsville. The road between Boulia and Birdsville was an absolute treat. Very smooth and brand new bitumen. We only had one diversion of 50 kilometers or so, as the main road was still cut just south of Baduri. It was at the southern end of this detour that we met Nas from Jafffa Adventures, who was doing a Simo trip as well. It was very cool to meet up with a fellow YouTuber.
What's up?
We are on the bypass. Time to air down. We're hitting the gravel. 200 kilometers to Birdsville and a camel pie.
Okay. Road train coming. Taking some air out.
Yep, taking some air out. Make it smoother ride.
What just happened? What happened?
It was oily.
Oh.
That's why I asked her to put it on and on me.
Yep, 28, 24. Yep.
Upon arrival in Birdsville, the plan was to fill the Forbies up with fuel, unload the bikes, and park up Archie's truck and trailer, which we were to leave in Birdsville, then head over to the bakery for a curried camel pie.
And there is the reason that we just drove 602 kilometers out of our way. In behind me is Birdsville. I'm walking towards Windora, and that is the Diamantina in front of us. The mighty Diamantina. That is a lot of water. And she's dropping slowly, like 25 mil a day kind of a thing, and it's 1.5 meters over the causeway. Crazy, man. Well, that's why the country's all so beautiful and green at the moment. There she be. One flooded Diamantina River. But we made it. So in 2 weeks' time, Maddie, what do you think our chances are of getting across this?
I'm not a gambling man, Tess, so I think no.
I think I'm with you, mate. I think there's a better than average chance. We're going home the long way.
But if we go on that one, we need to bring the boat.
Exactly. Well, we're out at the Birdsville Bakery. We got a couple of curry camel pie virgins here. So let's go do some interviews. Did either of you two guys have a curry camel pie?
I had a bite of one.
You had a bite of one. And what did you reckon?
I do actually rate it. I'm a little bit jealous now.
Nice.
No, it was good.
And you had a curry camel king?
Yep.
And what did you reckon?
10 out of 10. It's really good.
They're sensational, aren't
Yep.
they?
Yep.
Yeah, they sell cold ones and cryovac ones, so.
Good thing I had a travel buddy.
You better. I bought 4 cold ones.
Yeah, wow.
What'd you reckon, Jacob?
10 out of 10, yep.
Yeah.
Probably the best pie I've had.
That's it, exactly. Best pie on the planet.
Yep, so far.
Yeah.
So far. Better than a steak and kidney. I'm not going to go on the record. Not yet.
And Maddie, you're not a curry camel pie virgin, but how did you rate that one compared to the old ones?
It was good. Hasn't changed one bit. Same recipe, I reckon.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. No, very, very nice. Downed it. Didn't even touch the sides. if I wasn't going to throw a leg over that dirt, I probably would have had another one. But
Yeah, you can't be squirting in dirt.
Oh, mate.
Mate, there's no coppers around, is there?
You got your red rag. Do not go back for your red rag if you lose it.
I'll tell the story about this red rag a little bit later on in the desert trip. It's a story of
Pain and suffering.
pain, suffering, and carnage.
Consequence. One of your stories of consequence. I don't like those ones.
No, I don't particularly care for them either.
How you feeling?
Nervous.
No, you're a professional.
No.
You'll be out driving me in no time.
Professional passenger, not driver.
I get away from people.
Yeah, I don't like people.
No, exactly.
Especially Terry.
People, I know, I don't like me either. Every time I look in the mirror, what the f***? You're an asshole.
Hey,
And then he calls me an asshole back.
What are we up to?
I've just booted up the Ricardo app, and I've got my intercom up now. So I'm ready to connect to somebody. Hi.
Tinder for bikes.
What is?
Tinder for
You said you're looking to connect with somebody. Oh, no.
You got me there?
I got you, Matt.
Yep, I got you loud and clear. I got Matt, got Terry. We're all talking, boys.
We're all talking.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Look, they're like Teletubbies or something on their heads.
30-pound battery.
Oh, come on. Flooded? Hold it open, Arch. Cars hold up. Now we got to push start Arch's bike. Keep it going. Maybe third, so it don't lock up. Right out. We need some young fellas. Come here, boys. I brought my spare battery.
He'll be right once we get it going. Yeah.
We need Kim. We need the Nissan.
Hey, Kim, you need to come back. They need the Nissan.
80 jump pack. Bang.
Yeah. F this pushing, mate. How easy is your jump pack to get to, mate? All right. Well, we made it 0 feet down the road, and we've got ourselves a flat battery. So we're just got a jump pack here, and we're going to give it a quick jump. I did bring a spare battery with us, so if we do run into troubles later, we're okay. And of course, we got the jump pack as well. And that's it, we're going. Okay, boys, good to go. We'll see you at the air down spot. Loud and clear. Oh, it's beautiful. Ah, it's all good, Arch. Don't sweat it, bud. I'm gonna pull up, boys. I forgot to do my helmet up. Keep going. Yeah, mate. I'm about 500 meters behind you, and I can hear you loud and clear. And I got the helmet on. All right, we are just leaving Birdsville on one hell of an epic Simpson Desert crossing. It's gonna be. Still on the bitumen, but not too far away from the dirt. Archman and Maddie are up in front of me. I had to pull over and do my chin strap up on my helmet, because apparently I'm a knobhead. This is where the bitumen used to end, right here.
Your tongue is sticking out like blobby, like Sunny Dog. It's like you had it out like in the wind. Blobby.
All right. One more.
Yeah, you can never have too many. You can have not enough, though.
Okay. We ready for Jafffa erection?
Oh, Jafffa erection. Okay. She's blowing in the wind now.
There the cars go, off to the base of Little Red. They're going to chuck a right-hander and drive down a couple K to Big Red. Very excited, very apprehensive, very everything. Let's hear the thunder, baby! After airing down the tires in the cars to 18 psi at the information kiosk just before Big Red, we all set off. There is now a sign just before the right-hander to Big Red that never used to be there.
I suspect bucket loads of people were driving straight ahead to Little Red and saying, "Wow, I don't know what all the fuss was about crossing this dune. It's not that big." It is, just not there. I'm sure the Big Red Bash has had a lot to do with it as well. The road between Birdsville and Big Red, being all bitumen, is also a direct result of this. It's a bit sad in my eyes. The climb up the eastern side of Big Red is a walk in the park. It's not until you get to the top and look west that you realize how big this dune actually is. It dwarfs the other dunes in the desert and is an amazingly special place in the hearts of the entire Jafffa crew.
Yeah, all good, mate. Kim's up. Here comes Jilly, up the hilly, looking silly. Yow! Yow, baby, yow!
Here comes Jacob. Girls did it straight up the back of Big Red, no problem at all. Mr. King. Parking.
Stay. Ah, me bike!
On top of Big Red, the fun begins.
What do you reckon about that, buddy? Yep, that wasn't too bad, that one.
So when we come back, we'll try and climb up this side.
Is this the hard line?
Yes.
Alrighty, here I go. Going down the other side of Big Red. I can't see.
Okay, drop down. Big Red.
Kim just levelled the track.
Comes down.
Phew!
Yep, and I have no skiddy on.
I got skiddies.
Let's get a bit bumpy there.
Here comes Jilly. Bit of brake, hon, bit of brake.
They told me not to brake.
No, I realize that, but if it starts to run away on you like that, just touch them lightly.
Okay, well I was doing what you told me.
Nice work.
Jacob. Look at the shine on that.
That is one tidy 80, isn't it? All the bikes are down off of Big Red, and we're coming up to the next dune. All the cars are at the base of it. Once they get up that, we'll probably blow past them. Have a little bit of fun, get the cobwebs out. I'm sure all the boys are feeling exactly like I do. We're pretty apprehensive and just got to get out there and stretch our legs. You may have to put it in low range if you've stopped there, Kim.
You want to find out what happens next? 80% of you viewers out there are not subscribed. Subscription is free, and all the revenue proceeds in year one are going straight to charity. So do your part and help someone out in need. Until then, keep the shiny side up. Bye now.